so excited to be sitting here with you today. So glad you're here. And not just because it is so good to be back behind my microphone and podcasting after about a 6 month break, but because this conversation matters so much. I really believe that this episode, if it resonates for you, it's going to bring you so much clarity and so much relief. Um, I'm just so excited to offer that to you. At least that's my intention for this episode. There is a very specific state of being that I want to talk about today. And it's not crisis mode. It's not when we get super burnt out. It's not even unhappiness, but it's that weird space where life is fine. Things are technically like okay, but you just don't feel like you. Nothing is falling apart, nothing's on fire, nothing is very obviously wrong, but something just feels off within yourself. And I've done a lot of work with women on this specific topic. We even did, we have an immersive experience called I Want My Life Again, where for 3 days I worked with about 50 women live, and then there's been hundreds of women that have gone through it after it was live, and it's the same thing every single time. Like all women are saying the same thing in that program in different ways. And it's, I don't know what's wrong with me. I should be happier than this. I have no reason not to be. I feel disconnected. I feel kind of flat. I don't feel like myself anymore. I feel like I've lost myself or I'm losing myself. If that's you, if any of that resonates even a little bit, this episode is for you. And before we go any further, I want to say something to you. And I really want you to hear it. Like, because I don't want you to just go in one ear and out the other. Like, this is important. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you for being in this place, for feeling these things. This state usually doesn't show up when life is falling apart. It actually tends to show up when life is pretty good. It's pretty full. You're doing the things, you're holding all the different roles in your life, you're managing all the schedules, you're keeping it together, but you notice little things. Like you sit down at night and instead of feeling relieved, you feel kind of restless. You finally have time to yourself or whatever it is that you've created, and you don't want to do anything with it. Things that you used to enjoy just feel like a lot of effort, like they're kind of draining instead of life giving. Decisions that you need to make feel heavier than they should. You're just like tired. You're not feeling energized by things that normally energize you. They're actually feeling like they're taking your energy. You're doing a lot of like mindless scrolling, not because you want to, but because it feels easier than thinking and like being present for your life. It's not like you're depressed. It's not that you're ungrateful. And you're not like failing at life or anything. It's just that like you're not fully in yourself. I have been there more times than I can count, if I'm honest. It's a place that I end up somewhat often, and every time I land there, I know two things. Number one, this doesn't mean something is wrong. Number two, this is always an invitation, not a problem. It's an invitation to deepen my understanding of myself, to grow to the next level, and to get data about myself. It's not a problem. But most women don't see it that way. They see it as like a personal flaw. They want to fix it. They want to stop it. They're like, okay, I just need to throw myself into a new super strict routine. I need to motivate myself more. I need to get back on track. And this amazing life. I have this amazing family. Like, I feel like I'm just being so ungrateful, blah, blah, blah. The truth that I really want you to hear at this point, and I mean this so lovingly, is this is not a motivation issue. It's not a mindset issue. And I'm a certified mindset coach. I love mindset work. It has its place. But this is not it. It's just not the issue. It's also not a discipline issue. This is not happening because you've lost your spark. What you're experiencing is a nervous system overload. And I want to explain this to you really simply, not like clinically. So, your nervous system has one main job: to keep you safe, not to keep you happy, not fulfilled, not to keep you evolving, not to align you with your highest self. Safe. Your nervous system could give a fuck about all that other stuff. It just wants to keep you safe slash alive. And decides what is safe based on input. So, what you're exposed to, what's going on, what's demanding your attention. Okay. Most of the women I work with are living in a constant stream of input: life noise, clutter, pressure, expectations, decisions, notifications, all the different roles they're in. Even when nothing is wrong, their systems are never actually at rest. There's just so much going on, so much input happening all the time. So the body stays slightly on edge. It's not panicked. It's not in like crazy fight or flight mode or anything like that. It's just kind of bracing itself because it's a lot. And when your system is braced all the time, a few things happen. You lose access to like your bigger self, your higher self. You just lose access to the deeper waters of who you are. Your brain shifts into management mode. Creativity drops, desire sort of like gets really quiet. It's hard to tap into. Big picture vision kind of goes away. Your vision just really narrows to like what's essential, what has to happen. You kind of just like stop asking, what do I want? You're just not there anymore. You're asking, what do I need to get through this day? And that's why everything feels heavier than it should. That's why motivation kind of comes in these like short bursts and then just disappears. That's why you don't feel like yourself, even though you are yourself. You're just operating from bare minimum protection mode, survival mode, instead of presence and fulfillment and grounded confidence and enjoyment and really being your full self, because the other parts of you that your brain labels as like they're not essential, they're just like nice to have, those have gone offline because there's so much input and your nervous system is so overloaded, it's going into survival mode just to keep you safe. Does that make sense? Okay. If this lands, if any of this is making sense to you, I want you to know that this is just biology. This is just literally like a normal physiological response. This has nothing to do with you. It makes perfect sense that this is what's happening. There's nothing weak about you or broken about you. This is an intelligent physiological response to too much input, just too much going on all the time for your system. Okay? It's kind of just shutting down to make things feel lighter for you. It's trying to keep you safe. It's trying to help you. So this is usually where women kind of turn on themselves and they think, God, I don't know why I'm acting like this. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. I need a better mindset. I need to be more positive. I need to get more disciplined again. But the thing that most people never explain that I want to explain to you is things like positive thinking and affirmations and mindset work and all of discipline, all of that, that does not regulate the nervous system. You can tell yourself like everything is good. I'm safe. I have a beautiful life. I'm so grateful for my family. I'm so thankful for this and that. But like if your body is processing constant input, clutter, decisions, etc., that pressure, the unfinished loops, the just go, 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 like it doesn't give a fuck and it doesn't believe you anyway. You cannot affirm your way out of dysregulation. Your body does not feel safe. And when your body doesn't feel safe, thoughts don't land. Motivation fades. Motivation requires extra energy, and you don't have that right now. So that's why you can't get motivated. That's why you can't stay motivated. An overloaded system does not have spare energy. It's using everything it has to manage all the constant overstimulation, okay? So every okay, I just need to get it together. I just need a fresh start. Here we go. Every fresh start ends up feeling exhausting before it even really begins because your system is not seeing hope. It's seeing more demand on it. A fresh start, that's more effort. That's more input. That's more things I have to figure out. I got to process. I got to do. It's hearing more demand. And so it's tired before you start. This is where the order of things really matters. The order of things is so important to me and is such a prominent piece in the foundation of the Becoming Her method, which, if you're new here, is the neuroscience-backed method of self-transformation that I've developed myself over several years of research and testing and blah, 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 blah. The order of things deeply matters. When I get a new member inside of Becoming Her Collective, the first thing they do is go into the 30-day quick start. And they go into the method. That's where that lives. And the first thing we do is not, hey, I need you to do boom, 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 go all of these things. This is the new routine. This is the thing I want you to do. No, the first step is relief. When you are a high-performing woman with an overloaded, dysregulated nervous system, and your subconscious mind is just burnt the fuck out from all the information, 11 million bits of information is being processed by our subconscious mind every second. We are so overloaded and dysregulated. Real change, women come to me to change. Real change doesn't start with effort. And that's where most people go first. And that's the first mistake they make. Real change starts with relief. You need to give your nervous system relief. Relief tells the nervous system, hey, you're not being chased by a lion, which is our primal, that's where it goes, right? It's what it thinks. You're allowed to settle. And when the system settles, all of those other parts of us that are labeled as would be nice, right? Come back online. Clarity comes back. Then when clarity comes back, you kind of are more in touch with your true self and your identity can shift. And when your identity shifts, behavior changes naturally. That's the whole premise of what I teach, right? That we're not here to form new habits and learn how to habit stack and make new morning routines. We're working at an identity level. We're working on your subconscious identity. Who you identify as at a subconscious level, that's where your behavior and your habits come from. So there's no need to focus on behavior and habits. Those things shift naturally when you work on your identity. But you can't do that when you're in fight or flight and your nervous system is shot, right? So when we give it relief, things settle. Clarity comes back. Identities can shift. Behavior changes naturally. This is why quiet change lasts and dramatic, loud change doesn't. So when it's oh, I'm going to just reset everything. I'm going to become a whole new version of myself. New year, new me. I'm going to change everything. I'm going to have a new morning and evening routine. I'm going to start eating like this and being like this. And that doesn't last. Quiet, slow, and steady change is always what lasts. Also, this is why I personally start every year with decluttering instead of big change goals. And this is why I lead you through that as well every year with the Declutter Like a Mother challenge. We're about to do our 10th annual Declutter Like a Mother challenge. But this is why it's so important. Not because your house is a problem, but because your environment is one of the loudest inputs your nervous system is constantly processing. Every unfinished pile of shit, every crowded surface, every visual noise around you is a reminder of something undone. Decluttering lowers demands without asking anything of you. It removes things from your plate, it removes stimulation. And that's what makes it so powerful. So, Declutter Like a Mother isn't about becoming a minimalist or fixing your life. Not anymore. We've moved so far past that. Declutter Like a Mother is a place to experience relief first. And for so many women, that relief is what brings them back into themselves. So, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, this explains so much, good. Let that be enough for today. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You don't need to reinvent yourself. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're responding very normally to a world that asks for far too much of you. If decluttering feels like the gentlest next step, we are starting Declutter Like a Mother on January 12th. It is open, it is free to join, and it is so good for the nervous system and the soul. Go sign up. Literally, you can sign up for free in less than a minute. Open up your browser, alliecasazza.com/DLAM for Declutter Like a Mother. Get yourself signed up. Everything will be emailed to you. It's very easy and clean. It's hosted on my private platform. It's going to be amazing. Okay. And if that for some reason is just not feeling like it, like please go visit the show notes. There are options for you. There are resources for you. If learning the deeper why all of this is the way it works matters to you, the Becoming Her Blueprint is there. It's an excellent starting point with my work. If you're like, no, I need like ongoing quiet support in my life, Becoming Her Collective exists for exactly this kind of work. Everything you need is in show notes, okay? But more than anything, I want you to leave this episode knowing that feeling disconnected doesn't mean you're lost. It means your system is asking for relief. And listening to that request is how you find your way back. It is counterintuitive. I know you want to force and push and go and start over and blah, 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 but you've done that before. And how has it gone? You keep coming back here. So try something different. Try doing the counterproductive thing, what feels counterproductive, and give yourself relief first. Quiet the noise, settle down instead of amping up, and you will naturally create an environment within yourself that is ready to amp up and ready to shift and ready to get back to yourself and then get back into that growth oriented way of being that you love being in, because you're a high performing woman. You're an action taking, problem solving, amazing goddess. Okay, let's wrap this up. I am so glad you're here. I will see you in Declare Like a Mother, and I will see you in the next episode.